Hey there, it's Clark Reid back with you with some tech headlines for today. If you like these reports or find them useful, you can sure help us out by hitting that like button. And also, you can subscribe, tap the little bell icon. You'll know when each report is up and posted for you. In an action that will irritate Elon Musk, France is investigating whether X has manipulated its algorithm and engaged in, quote, fraudulent data extraction, end quote. Prosecutors are looking into if the social media platform engaged in election interference. They launched the investigation July 11th following reports in January. It has labeled X as, quote, an organized gang, unquote. And Gadget.com reports that X responded from the platform's global government affairs account with its own breakdown of what it's terming France's politically motivated criminal investigation and its refusal to cooperate. When the French government has demanded what they have demanded actually is that X provide its recommendation algorithm and real-time data about all user posts on the platform. France is saying multiple experts will be used to look at the information. X put out a statement saying the investigation in France is, quote, egregiously undermining X's fundamental right to due process and threatens our users' rights to privacy and free speech, end quote. X claims the allegation of manipulating its algorithm for foreign interference is completely false. We have reported several times really recently, previously anyway, about how legal filings are now finding themselves all boogered up with AI. Well, here's another case that's pointing to the fact that an AI-written legal proceeding contains hallucinations. And this seems to be happening fairly often at this point, including cases that are not only not binding authority, but they're just totally made up. So that's not really news. But according to ArsTechnica.com, more courts are missing the fake cases and fake law made up by AI. Here's a case in point. A Georgia Court of Appeal tossed an order last month due to a lower court judge siding with someone that relied on fake case citations. The matter was a divorce dispute, and the order was drafted by the husband's lawyer. Now note this is common. Judges often call on the lawyers to draft orders after the court rules, since the courts themselves are really buried in work. Now, normally, the judge asks both sides' lawyers to draft opinions, though, and then the judge or their research attorney assemble the final order from the material written by both sides. In this instance, though, the husband's attorney used AI, and there were 2 fake cases and 11 that were either hallucinated or irrelevant. The husband's lawyer got whacked with a $2,500 sanction, in addition to the case being sent back down for a correct order. For some people, it's like early Christmas, and now new emoji are coming to the iOS 26 in September. 9to5Mac.com notes that the new emoji were announced on World Emoji Day, July 17th, and I swear there's a day for everything you can imagine now. Good grief. World Emoji Day. Well, anyway, there are 26 new ones on the way. A couple of my own family members are particularly excited about the Bigfoot emoji. In addition, there is an orca, a trombone, could be a sad trombone, that isn't specified, an apple core, ballet dancers, and a treasure chest. Get ready to spice up your text with more silliness come this fall. Headline, Linux has over 6% of the desktop market. Before you say big deal, consider this. Apple used to only have about that share of the desktop market. ZDNet.com says the figure comes from the U.S. federal government website and App Analytics. That site keeps track of U.S. government website visits and analyzes them. If you add in Android at 16.2% and Chromebooks at 0.8%, you're talking about 23% of visitors using some form of Linux, which puts it above Mac OS, which is 11.7%, and Windows 10, 15.7%, Windows 11, 15.3%. Which is downright impressive. I might note that Mac OS actually sits on a version of Linux too, really. So take that, Windows. The numbers are based on billions of visits to over 400 U.S. executive branch domains, about 5,000 total websites, includes every cabinet department. It used to be Linux was something that only geeks used, but that's apparently changing now. The geek market isn't to be discounted, though. My own son is in IT, and he runs Linux on several computers at his house, both laptop and desktop. And, you know, if you're not excited about the intrusiveness of Windows 11, you might give a thought to switching to Linux. Give that a try. Linux will run on a lot of older machines, too, that Win 11 and the latest Mac system won't run on. I'm Clark Reid, and you're Technified for now.